You know those moments? The ones that hit you like a truck? That's what it felt like when I found out my stepsister had blown up my entire life. She told my fiancé I was cheating. And when I confronted her, yeah, I cursed her out. Hard. Before we dive in, if you're new here and like these family drama stories, hit subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and everyone helps. Now back to this mess. So here's the thing. My stepsister, let's call her Sarah, and I have always had this weird relationship. Not close, not enemies, just there. Our parents married when we were kids. We grew up in the same house. We went to the same high school. But we never clicked. She was always a little bit jealous of me, I think. Or maybe competitive. Whatever it was, there was always this underlying tension. Fast forward to a year ago. I met Liam. He was amazing. Kind, funny, absolutely everything I ever wanted. We fell in love fast. Like head over heels, can't imagine life without you, love. After about 8 months, he proposed. It was perfect. We were planning our dream wedding. Everything felt right. I was the happiest I had ever been in my entire life. Sarah, of course, was around. She was technically going to be a bridesmaid, mostly because our parents insisted. I tried to include her. I really did. I asked her opinion on dresses, on flowers, on the venue. She always gave these vague, lukewarm responses. Never enthusiastic, never really supportive. I brushed it off. I told myself that's just how she is. She's not great at showing emotion. Then things started to change. Liam got distant. Like really distant. He started coming home late from work. He stopped holding my hand on the couch. He stopped asking about my day. Our conversations became clipped, strained. It felt like walking on eggshells all the time. I kept asking him what was wrong. I said, "Babe, what's going on? You're acting weird. Did I do something?" He would just say, "Nothing, I'm just stressed with work." But I knew it wasn't work. I knew him. Something was seriously wrong. My gut was screaming at me. One night, he came home, and he just looked broken. He sat me down. His eyes were red. He was shaking. He said, "I know about you and Mark." My heart stopped. Mark? Who was Mark? I was completely bewildered. "Liam, what are you talking about? Who is Mark?" He just stared at me, his face a mask of pain. "Don't lie to me." Sarah told me everything. She said you've been seeing him behind my back for months. That you were just using me for the wedding, for the stability. I was floored. My jaw probably hit the floor. Sarah? Mark? None of it made any sense. Sarah told you this? Liam, that's insane. I don't even know a Mark. I haven't cheated on you. Ever. You're the only man I want to be with. But he wasn't buying it. He just shook his head. She showed me texts. Pictures. Screenshots. Texts. Pictures. Screenshots. My mind was racing. My stepsister, Sarah, had fabricated an entire affair? Why? And how? Who was this, Mark? This was completely unhinged. I tried to explain. I begged him to believe me. I swore on everything I loved. But the doubt was in his eyes. Sarah had done a number on him. He said he needed space. He moved out that night. Just like that, our engagement was off. Our wedding was canceled. My whole future gone. Because of a lie. I was devastated. I spent days just crying, barely eating, barely sleeping. My parents were concerned. They knew something was up with Liam, but I couldn't bring myself to tell them the full, ugly truth about Sarah yet. I needed to deal with her first. I needed answers. I tried to call Sarah. She wouldn't answer. I texted her, demanding to know what she had done. She ghosted me. My anger started to simmer, then boil. How could someone do this? How could family deliberately destroy your life? A few days later, my best friend, Chloe, came over. She helped me pick up the pieces. I finally told her everything. About Liam, about Sarah, about the Mark who didn't exist. Chloe is fiercely loyal. She was furious. She said, "We need proof. We need to expose her." She had an idea. Sarah was always a bit of a social media addict. She loved posting everything. Chloe suggested we scour her old posts. See if there was any kind of weird connection to this Mark. It felt like a long shot, but I was desperate. We spent hours digging. Nothing. Just typical Sarah stuff. Selfies, pictures with her friends, boring updates. Then Chloe found it. A picture Sarah had posted about 6 months ago. It was a group photo from some random bar night. And in the background, out of focus, was a guy. Chloe zoomed in. "Is this Mark?" I squinted at the screen. I had never seen him before in my life. But then Chloe pointed something out. "Look at the caption." She tagged him. His name is Marcus. Marcus. Not Mark. But close enough for a quick lie. Then Chloe noticed something else. And look at who else is tagged in this picture. Her ex-boyfriend, David. They dated for like 5 minutes, right? David. Sarah's ex. And David and Liam worked for the same company. Not in the same department, but the same company. My stomach dropped. A terrible, sickening theory began to form. I remembered something else. Around the time Liam and I started dating, Sarah had complained to me about David. She said he wasn't over her. She said he kept trying to get her back. I remember thinking it was kind of pathetic of him. But now it looked different. Could Sarah have fed David the information? Could she have used him to create this fake Mark and then tell Liam? It was a twisted, complicated scheme, but it sounded exactly like something Sarah would do if she was truly jealous. I decided to take a huge risk. I called David. I swallowed my pride and just went for it. I said, "Hey David, this is my name. I know this is random, but I have a serious question for you. Did Sarah ever ask you to pretend to be someone named Mark to spread rumors about me?" There was a long silence on the other end. Then he mumbled, "Why do you ask?" "Because," I said, my voice shaking with a mix of anger and dread. "My fiancé just broke up with me because Sarah told him I was cheating with someone named Mark. And I think she used you to do it." David was quiet for another moment. Then he just exploded. He sounded angry and disgusted. "That be asterisk th. I knew this would blow up in her face eventually. Yeah, she did. She came to me a few months ago. She said she was worried about you, that you were making bad choices. She said she just wanted to help Liam, to open his eyes to the kind of person you really were. She made me create a fake number, send some generic checking in texts that she wrote, and she even sent me a picture of you and Liam together, and told me to crop Liam out so it just looked like you were with a random guy. He said he regretted it, that he thought it was just harmless drama at the time. He never thought it would go this far. He never thought it would break up an engagement. He said he was disgusted with Sarah. He offered to tell Liam everything. He wanted to clear his conscience. I thanked him. I hung up the phone and just sat there. The anger was so intense it felt like it would consume me. Sarah, my stepsister, had orchestrated this entire elaborate, cruel lie to destroy my relationship, to destroy my happiness. Why? Just out of spite? Out of jealousy? I called my dad. I told him everything. Every single detail. David's confession. The fake texts. The pictures. The whole disgusting scheme. He was silent for a long time. Then he said, "I need to talk to Sarah." I said, "No. I need to talk to Sarah. In front of you. And Mom." So that's what happened. We arranged a family meeting at my parents' house. It was tense from the second Sarah walked in. She tried to act all innocent. "What's this about?" she asked, her voice airy. My dad started. He said, "Sarah, we need to talk about what you told Liam." She immediately went on the defensive. "I just told him the truth. She was cheating. That's when I lost it. All the pain, all the betrayal, all the humiliation, it just burst out of me. I stood up, walked right up to her face, and I screamed, 'You lying, manipulative *th. How dare you? You fabricated an entire affair. You used your ex-boyfriend to do it, and you destroyed my engagement. You destroyed my life. What kind of sick, twisted person does that?' I was shouting. My voice was hoarse. I could feel tears streaming down my face, but they weren't sad tears anymore. They were angry tears. I hope you're happy, you evil piece of trash. I hope you enjoy knowing you ruined everything for me because you're so miserable with your own pathetic life." I kept going. I didn't hold back. Every single awful name I could think of. Every single insult. I didn't care that my parents were there. I didn't care about being polite or the bigger person anymore. She deserved every single word. My stepmom gasped. My dad looked horrified. Sarah just stood there, her face draining of color. She didn't say anything. She just looked shocked that I had finally snapped. After I ran out of breath, I just pointed at her and said, "I want you out of my life. Forever. You are dead to me." Then I walked out of the house. Since then, things have been a mess. My parents are obviously upset. My stepmom is still trying to defend Sarah, saying I overreacted, and that family shouldn't talk to each other like that. My dad is trying to be neutral, which just means he's avoiding the whole situation. Liam. Well, David did talk to him. He explained everything. Liam was shocked. He called me. He apologized profusely. He said he felt like a fool for believing Sarah. He wants to try and work things out. And I do too. But the trust is broken. It's not an easy fix. We're going to therapy. We're trying. As for Sarah, I haven't spoken to her since. And I don't plan to. I blocked her on everything. She tried to reach out through my parents, saying she regrets what she did. But I don't believe her. Not after she went so far to ruin me. So, I put it to you. AITA for cursing out my stepsister in front of our parents after I found out she fabricated an entire affair to break up my engagement? Was I too harsh? Or was her betrayal so deep that she deserved every single word? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you've ever had to deal with family sabotaging your relationships, tell me your story. I could use the solidarity right now.